Hey, 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 Championstalk International. How are you guys doing? Paulo Santos here, and life is beautiful. Everything is all right. And today we're going to have fun. We're going to have like a lot of excitement because our special guest is somebody really, really special, well known all over the world. So we are happy. How are you doing today? Great? Nice. Ok, olá a todos, espero que les vaya muy bien hoy. Empezamos el Champions Talk y hoy será en portugués, perdón, en inglés. Si no lo entiende, no importa, simplesmente deja tu comentario y que te guste el canal. Siempre gracias por su apoyo, porque es importante que nos vaya haciendo el apoyo para que quedemos creciendo y mejores. Muchas gracias por toda su ayuda. 皆さんおはようございます。今日お疲れ様でした。チャンピオンストーク開始しよう。今日は英語でになります。今日わからない場合は問題ありません。コメントを残してチャンネルは気に入ってください。お願いします。いいね、お願いしますね。いつも応援ありがとうございました。今日は特別のゲストですよ。絶対もちろんみんなの日本の皆さんのエロビの関係の選手とかコーチの皆さん絶対アンジェラのこと知ってるからね。アンジェラ・マクミランさん、世界チャンピオン。今日はインタビューになります。よろしくお願いします。わからなくてもいいねってコメントもしても大丈夫です。アンジェラはね、ちょっと日本語を勉強したから、なんとかわかるかもしれない。Hello everybody, I have a great today. I hope you're doing great today. And it's very emotional for me to do that, so I'm going to try to do my best. E aí, galera, tudo tranquilo? Hoje o Champions está começando, né? Ficou um pouquinho parado, organizando, e estamos começando com muita coisa nova. Hoje vamos ter o Champions Talk em inglês, e a nossa convidada especial é maravilhosa, uma pessoa muito especial, conhecida no mundo inteiro, campeã mundial de aeróbica competitiva, né? Aerobic Gymnastics, Angela Mcmillan, todos vocês conhecem. Então, mesmo que não entendam, ou, claro, as pessoas que entendem inglês, as que não entendem, deixem uma mensagem para dar uma força, um apoio para o programa Champions Talk. Valeu, muito obrigado. Okay, let's go. We're going to go with some sponsors, and then after that, let's call her the wonderful Angela Mcmillan. That's what it's about. Okay, what I'm going to do here, it's to... Maybe she's going to be angry with me showing that. I don't know. And I don't care. Well, me and Angelo have really a long partnership. We did so many things together. I'm really proud to show this girl here. Just a moment. Look at that. Look at that. Moment that she, I'm going to ask her how old is now. Yes, that's a surprise for you. Welcome to Champions Talk, Angela Mcmillan.
Hi, everybody. You had to, didn't you? You had to.
I have to. I have to because the world needs to know details about how was your, this whole challenge, how is your life in sports aerobics, everything that you do. And some people even don't know that you did. And for me, it's a pleasure to have you here. I was waiting for the right moment, and I think that's the right moment. And it's very emotional to have you here because, I know you for how long? 20?
Oh, what is it now? Like 20 years?
Goodness. And we
Yeah, no,
still look good.
20. This is 20 years this year.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And like I
You first
said, we still
choreographed.
look good, huh?
Well, you haven't changed. I've gotten older. But you first choreographed for me in 2001.
Oh my goodness. How old you there?
In 2001?
Yeah.
Well, you were actually my 21st birthday present. So I didn't have a party. I didn't have a party. I got a routine. Most people would have a party, but I got a routine.
Well, I think it was worth the present because now we have this incredible person. For everybody who wants to follow her, look, you just go on Instagram and Gmac and Facebook. Just go there. Let's follow this wonderful world champion. I know you guys are doing that. So, Angela, you are in Australia right now, right?
Yes, I'm in Melbourne.
That's right, New Melbourne. Okay, and life is good there. How are you doing? Challenge?
Yeah, there's a few challenges, but what is life without a few challenges?
That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay, first question for you. Who is Angela Mcmillan? Tell everybody who is Angela Mcmillan.
How do you answer that? How do you answer that? I think Ange is still being found, but if I had to say who I am, I'm a little bit crazy. I'm a little bit shy. I'm a little bit obsessive. I'm a little bit passionate. I'm everything. One and
I'm
everything.
everything. Yeah, that's good. You people. I don't know if everybody knows that. Like some things that you do, like for the club that you work in now, the marketing part, sometimes the social media. You have a really lot of talents. Not only as a coach, not only as an athlete, but you really work good in the computer, right? Your relationship with computer is very good, right?
My relationship with the computer is we have a very long-term relationship with the computer. Yeah, I like graphics. I like videos. I like to learn new things. So I like to play and make things and see what happens. Make videos and graphics and things like that. And yeah, I like to be creative.
Yeah, I know. Like you said, I think you do everything. You're totally right about that. Okay, tell me when you start the aerobics competition. Which age you start the aerobics competition?
My first ever competition would have been 1994 when dinosaurs were still around, and I would have been 13.
13 years old.
Yep.
Oh. But before that, you're doing also you dancing, right? You have
I was a ballet dancer, so only classical ballet. And
then
then
from classical ballet, you went to aerobics. Wow, I'm telling you, you're really a champion, and people are gonna say, yeah, they're gonna see what you have done, and it's unbelievable the challenge that you had. But before that, let's try to check this one. Just a moment. Hmm. The rest is not important. So that's
That's what needs to happen when you're in a minority sport, though.
mhm. Do you consider yourself as a backstage person, or it's not no problem for you to just go in the cameras and talk? I didn't see you so much in cameras.
No, I'm not one that likes to be in front of the camera unless I'm very comfortable with what I'm doing.
Something like you need to do what, to train before that, feel confident, and after that you're okay to do it?
Well, we spend hours training in the gym. So when we walk out on the stage to be that front person, we know what we're doing and we're in control of it.
Right,
So that's a bit of stability and a bit of security because you're in charge,
right,
And in that
right.
case, I'm fine.
Okay, okay, good. So what about that? Let's talk about that. How old you there at the moment? Is this
Oh,
one? I don't know. Sure. Let me see. Yeah. What's happened there?
this was
Oh, is
fun.
that aerobics competition?
Yeah.
I see. How old you there?
17.
17. My
Yep.
goodness. Since from there, you always have the kick, right? When you found out that you're the best kick ever in the aerobics.
Oh, look, I think because I wasn't really that strong, to be honest. And I mean, look at my legs. My legs always had power. I could always jump. So even in ballet, my legs were up here and I could jump because I was always put, because I could jump, all of my teachers put me with all the boys to try and push the boys. So I've
Yeah,
always been able to jump. And I think my coaches just knew I could kick, so that's all I could do. And all I wanted was my kicks to be better. And because I am a little bit competitive and I like to be good at certain things, I
right.
just trying to make my kicks better than everybody else's because I couldn't do push-ups.
So since
Look,
that age, you're very competitive.
before this age. Oh yes.
Before that,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
do do you think that the aerobics or the rules, because I see you here really like having fun and show yourself and a little bit dancing, and then you become like technical and no deduction thing. Do you think that aerobics changed you, or you just have to adapt to to get
I
used to
think,
it?
like, yeah, we have to adapt. I mean, as the rules changed, we had to give them what they wanted. But I didn't want to lose. I never wanted to lose that because that's what we grew up with. We grew
Right,
up with aerobics being a show. We grew up with it being entertaining. We grew up with it meaning something to somebody, like with us showing the energy that the people in the crowd gave and like selling out stadiums and having TV. Look at that. I mean, it was on TV in New Zealand. It was like such a big deal. And
right,
then as the rules evolved and as the years, I mean, everything's got to change over time. And so we have to as well. But I think the essence of the sport doesn't have to leave.
right, right.
And for me, the essence of the sport is performance. It's the
Performance.
show.
You're right.
It's who
You're
we
right.
are.
You're right. Yeah. And during that, I mean, after you finish competing as an athlete, you travel like to many countries, right? Like, well, for those that doesn't know, like athletes, like, and I say that because I know I was there. Like the world champions, like in Japan, for example, they now the world champion, like Mizuki or Riri. Angela was one, like the first one that coached them. Like, I brought her from at that time, I think, New Zealand, somewhere. We're going to talk about that. Taiwan or Vietnam, I don't know. No, no, it was not Vietnam, but maybe Taiwan, I don't know, or New Zealand. You came to
Mhm.
Japan also to train yourself, right? To have the choreography. And at the same time, you went around Japan to teach balance turn, V support, illusion. So for those that don't know, these athletes, Japanese athletes that are world champion now, they got from Angela the basic stuff. The basic stuff, because I used to bring all these champions, all these experts to Japan to teach them the basic training and then until the high level of skills. So Angela is a person who travel around, right, Angela? Taiwan, Japan, Vietnam, now Australia. What else? Which country that you work really?
I remember we did a workshop. There was me, Greg, and Jonathan. We did a workshop in the UK.
Right.
Yeah, but mainly around Asia was
Right.
mainly really.
Yeah. It's funny. Do you have any connection with Asia? I don't know. Why is that?
I was
Just
told
happened.
years ago when I was little that in a past life, someone came to me and was like, in a past life, you used to live in Asia. And I was like, okay, whatever. And that was before I started aerobics. And then all of a sudden, my kind of 15 years of my life was in Asia. Maybe
Well,
there's
anyway,
something.
so the point is that what I know, because like I said, I know so much about a lot of stuff that you've been to. Um, during that, like during the time that you started champion until now, that's what we're going to talk about it now. You had asthma, right? Strong one.
Yep. Is for up until probably moving to Vietnam. So up until 2010, I
Yeah,
was, every day to breathe was an issue. Like
yeah, sure.
you wake up and you don't know if you're going to breathe or you're going to have to. I mean, waking up, there was a routine of how much medication to take and what food not to eat. If it rained, I couldn't breathe. It was just whatever is going to be thrown at me today with my lungs that's just what I had to do. Every day was different.
Every day is different, and mainly the time like before the competition or even before the training, you need to cough a little bit. Why you cough? What was the situation
A
there?
little bit. So so the problem with my lungs is what they found out was I've got a type of whatever, I'm not going into it, but like a type of fungus in my lungs that creates mucus or creates gunk in my lungs, and it just overproduces. So in order for me to do anything, I had to move the gunk out of my airway so I could physically breathe. So every time I coughed, I had to make sure everything's sitting in the right place. Otherwise, I mean, I even choreographed coughs into my routine. The whole routine was coughing was choreographed in. And
Yeah,
if
it
I
was a
didn't,
part of your athlete life, right?
yeah, and it
It's
was
like
worse if I didn't train. Like my lungs got worse if I sat down. So I have to vibrate my lungs, or I'd have to hang upside down, or I'd be hanging over the bed and my sister's smacking my lungs to try and move everything. And I would often have to fly to competitions from New Zealand anyway, like 3 days, 4 days beforehand, just so I could get used to the air. Because if the air is different,
right,
I'm screwed.
right. And
Yeah.
it was easy to know who was the next athlete to compete because this athlete finished and everybody's waiting for the next one. You just hear like cough, 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 cough. Okay, she's preparing. She's preparing to
Yep.
go. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna get here. This is funny, funny videos. Let me see which one. Let me try this one, number 4. Well, we're gonna talk about that. Just need to try number 3. Let me try just a moment. I'm trying here. Let's see number 6. Not this one. Another thing is that during the time that you come to Japan to train, you also need to find a place to train. So you basically didn't have a place to train. So Gold's Gym helped you with something, but was basically like
For a
a
long
place
time,
with
it was
people.
hard.
Yeah,
It was just traveling to wherever you were coaching, and I just used the space with what we had. Gold's Gym was the biggest help. Without Gold's Gym towards the end, I really don't know what would have happened, but they gave me a place to train. As small as it was, with a boxing bag in the middle of the floor and people boxing and having to fix the routine around boxing bags and somebody punching. Yep.
Yep. Okay,
But it was,
yeah. That's the
oh no.
place, right? But
Yep.
presentation for the cough. There you go. That's it. That's it. That's like I'm ready. Do again. Okay. And look, that's the place that you train. The floor, very hard. No space. Cannot really move,
Yeah.
right?
It wasn't even 7x7.
Was even 7x7. That's true. And also let me try one video with people around. That's so funny. People not going to believe that they were used to train. Moment here. This I think this one moment. Yeah. This is the good one. Oh my God! Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yep. There are a few personal trainers that did not appreciate what I was doing, and they were not happy.
Right?
Yeah.
They're just like around. Oh my God! So tell me about your experience in Vietnam.
Vietnam was and still is a huge experience. I mean, Japan was, what was I in Japan for, like almost 8 years, on and off in Japan for 8 years. Vietnam was 5, and I think it is going to be one of the experiences that literally stay with me for a very long time. And it does hold a very special place in my heart, just like Japan. I like going back to Japan. It's like my second home. Vietnam, I wouldn't quite call my second home, but it is, yeah, it's been a very special time. Very hard. When at the time, I would not say it was like, I think as athletes, we just adapt to everything. Like whatever's
Right.
thrown at us, we just deal. Like
Right.
it's not until we finish or something different comes along, we kind of sit back and go, what the hell did I do? And I think Vietnam was definitely that, but I wouldn't want to change it. I wouldn't want to change it. It was a very special time.
That's good.
Hard,
That's good.
but it was very special.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, you have like situations that we become like kind of mother at the same time,
Oh yeah, these
right?
are definitely my kids. I would get them up in the morning. They
Yeah.
would bring me breakfast. I would make sure they washed, clothes clean, teeth brushed, had breakfast. We'd go to training. I'd take them. We'd have lunch together, make sure everyone had eaten, make sure everyone goes to sleep, take their phones off them, make sure everyone's gone to sleep, make sure they're up for training again in the afternoon,
Right.
make sure they go to school. When they come back, make sure they've done their homework, take their phones off them before they go to bed, lights out. That's one day.
It's a coach mother, it's a mother coach,
Yeah.
something like that. I don't know. But
Yeah.
you know, for those that don't know, Angela was responsible for this area in Vietnam for what they're doing right now, because Angela give you all the base, all the knowledge, all the things that they need, even as a person. And because of that, look what you got. Look that. How lucky you are. Oh my God.
Yeah, but like I had to make them do it. They didn't do it out of pure love. It was like somebody give me a massage. They were all too scared to do anything in case they hurt me. So I'm like, just stand. I'm sore. I'm tired. Stand on me.
Yeah, you have no idea how I'm tired. Just do it. I need it. I need it. That's
Yeah.
nice.
And I
Great.
think
Well,
people don't really understand just how much those athletes go through as well. Their gym was far from functional.
yeah.
And I mean, at least I had a space that was clean, warm. Okay, I had a boxing bag. It wasn't quite 7x7. I could manage. The stuff that we had to go through in Vietnam was also also really tough. And when I come here to Australia, yeah, we have our own challenges here as well.
Yeah.
But it's a different, every country has its own challenges, and it's a different world.
Right. Do you think that experience in Vietnam make you grow like as a person too?
Well, yeah, like how can you not? I was slightly not thrown in the deep end, but literally being given this massive opportunity. I think when I walked in there, a lot of those kids were new, like had just been kind of brought into the gym. A lot of the younger ones were brand new, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was literally just handed this team and said, go to town. And it was cool because yeah, I got to create it my way. And which was hard too because we had the language problem.
Right.
A lot of those little ones when I first arrived were like 6, 7, 8 years old. And the older ones that had a bit of English were 11, 12. So there was a little bit of English going on, but I had to
Yeah.
learn a completely foreign language.
Wow. Wow. And
And
now they
Vietnamese is
grow,
not
they're doing
easy.
things, some of them retired, but do you think that they still have like, the knowledge, the thing that you teach them? Do you think that they still understand the meaning now when doing something else different than their life?
I would like to say I really hope they do. It would just mean a lot for me, and I like to think they do because every now and again I get a few little, like I see on social media, or I get I'm still in contact with a lot of them, and the way that they talk and the way that they do things, and I check in to make sure they're okay, and and I still feel like there's a really nice level of respect there as well,
Nice.
which is great.
Nice.
And the biggest thing I wanted them to learn was to respect themselves and each other. That was a
That's
huge
great.
thing that we worked on in the gym, was to respect themselves, respect each other, and respect the space, because
That's great.
we
Yeah.
lived
Yeah.
in
Well, they
that gym.
left a message to you. Do you want to hear that?
Oh my gosh.
There you
Okay.
go.
Hi, Ko. It's me, Chicken Boy. So, congratulations, and I just want to say thank you for everything, and thank you for always being here for me, no matter what. I miss you and hope to see you soon. Come here to Vietnam so we can have a big party. Bye bye.
Yeah, I
Oh,
have to say sorry because he said he teach so many classes, so he have no voice anymore. I sent that to you, okay?
yeah. Thank you. Chicken Boy is very
And
easy.
how are you? I hope you're doing.
Sorry. Talk about Chicken Boy.
No, Chicken Boy is a very very special boy. He was one of the only the oldest boy, but he was just the biggest kid. He was the biggest kid, and that's one thing I hope he never loses is his sense of fun.
Great. Why you call him Chicken Boy?
Because when I first arrived, I couldn't pronounce half of their names, and I didn't want to make, because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I didn't want to offend anybody, and his name's difficult. And the only piece of equipment we had in the gym was a trampoline, and they were all too scared to use it. And I was like, "Oh, come on, don't be a chicken." And they were like, why are you calling us a chicken? This is the thing of language. And he was like, why are you calling me a chicken? And I was like, because you're scared. That's just what we say. So I had a chicken girl, like I had a girl that was also a chicken. And then I was like, oh look, I have a chicken girl and a chicken boy. And everyone thought that was funny. So he just remained chicken boy.
I see. Okay, let's go to the next message.
Hello, and how are you? I hope you're doing well, and I want to say congratulations on your journey to go and for all of your wonderful work. You know, we haven't seen each other for a long time. I miss you, and I also miss the time when you were in Vietnam. We had such a good time, and we made a lot of beautiful memories together. And I want to say that I'm internally grateful for everything you did. Since I was just a little girl, you have taught me with all your passion, with all your love, and you gave me power, you gave me advice, and you inspired me. And I learned so many good things from you. you're not just a coach, but also a friend and sometimes a mother. And even though we're not together now, you always cheering and encouraging me. I really appreciate, and I hope that you can come back to Vietnam someday. Last thing, I wish you and your family good health, peace, and happiness. You forever in my heart, and I love you. Bye bye.
It's
Oh,
a bro one. Wow, goodness.
little V, not so little anymore. She was a. I remember one of the first. All those little ones did. They trained. They tried so hard, and there was one day she kept making a mistake, and I lost it. And I was like, if you do the mistake again, you have to do 50 push-ups, thinking that would scare her, but no, it didn't. And so I was like, right, that's it, 50 push-ups, and she legit whacked out 50 push-ups. And then from that day onwards, she never stuffed up.
Really, really.
That was it. Yeah.
Well, but it's nice that she said, like, not just a coach, is a friend, and sometimes a mother. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Looks like she take your teaching until now in her life. That's what I think. That's the main thing that coach need to understand. You need to be a coach, but sometimes you need to be a mentor to get the results. And I think that's exactly what you did.
Well, everybody's different, and everybody's needs are different.
Right,
And it's a sport where we show who we are. So
right.
we, as coaches, the coach has to understand the athlete. I believe, and
Yeah,
how are you going to bring the person out to their best ability if you don't know them 100%?
right.
So
That's true.
I think that's important.
Hmm. And guys that are watching, you can leave the comments, okay? Just leave your message to Angela to keep going with Vietnam. Wow.
Hi Angela, how are you doing? I hope that everything is okay, and I just want to congratulate on your hard work. You did a great job.
Thank you for coming to Vietnam and teaching me. You made me grow up. You taught me to be brave, and I will never forget all the time training with you. I miss you a lot, and I hope that we will meet soon.
Wishing you all the best.
I love you and have a good day.
Oh, those two.
He is still competing, right?
Yep. Oh, I think all three of them should be still competing, I think. But yeah, Ian's doing good.
Right. And now
Yep.
these big ones are here.
They're-
Hi, Mama Ann. Con là Linh, con là Quỳnh. This is a special short clip. Quick is created only for you. We know you will be surprised and we hope you will like it. First of all, we would like to thank you for all the things you did for us. You are an enthusiastic, passionate, and professional coach we have ever met. You're such a wonderful woman. It's our pleasure to meet you and be a part of your journey in this kind of sport, aerobic. We are always proud of you. Good luck. We meet. I love you very much.
Oh, those two. Oh, Mama Ling. Ling
It's a
is our
it's a good thing to have, this thankful feeling that they really appreciate what you did. Because listen, you did a lot. I know your family know how hard it was because of the culture, because of the place, Wonderful athletes, but the conditions were not good, and you did a really good job. That's a proof that they are just saying from themselves. They feel thankful. They feel that you did a good job, and I think they're using everything that they learned from you until now. So it's a good thing.
I hope so.
Yeah. And then the head coach message.
Hello Anne, how are you? I really miss the time we all work together. So one more time, I would like to say thank you for the coming and work in Hanoi. And I wish you health and stay safe. during the COVID-19 pandemic, and hope to see you soon in Vietnam. Bye bye.
Oh, she helped me a lot. She was first the only one that could speak English.
Do you think that your job was done in Vietnam, that you left your expertise there?
Like I say, I would like to think so. Yeah, and I think it was just time for me to do something different. And yeah, the athletes had learnt a lot. They had learnt they were growing. They were at the stage where they needed to find what they wanted to do, and kind of experience life as well. So yeah, I hope so.
Well, they said so. They still think about you and share into your life. That's a good thing. Okay, let's go for the sponsors and we keep going. Just a moment. Always thank you to Shaka Boom for all the support. Robertson giving the support all the time. Thank you so much, Shaka Boom. You guys are the best. Keep growing, keep growing. And Dale, what do you have to say, Dale?
Angela Mcmillan, it's Dale Duncan here. I hope you're doing great. I'm so glad Paolo is doing this for you. I have admired you for so many years. I remember the very first moment that I saw you perform a routine in real life on a stage. I did not know who you were. It was around the year 2000 maybe, or 2001. I want to say it was San Francisco, but I can't be sure. But I remember what I felt when you did your routine, and it was magical. I remember looking at the person who was sitting next to me at the judges table and saying, this is what aerobics is supposed to be. And I remember afterwards going up to you, and I didn't know you, you didn't know me. I wasn't a judge at that time, I was just kind of assisting at the table. But I remember going up to you and saying, what you just did was phenomenal. And I don't think you won that time, but I wanted you to so much, and a lot of people did. And then you went on to do all the wonderful, incredible things that you did, the contributions that you've made to this sport, the magic that you bring, the musicality, the clean execution, all the things that you've brought are such an asset. And the athletes that you've coached, they have a gift in you. So wishing you all the best from here across the world. And thanks again, Paolo, for doing all these great tributes to the wonderful legends of the sport.
Oh,
Dale Duncan, United States.
Dale. Yeah, I still remember that. He was right. It was 2001 San Francisco. I had no idea what I was doing. And I made finals, and I wasn't fit enough because 3 rounds was crazy, and because I can't breathe. So three rounds of competition was not happening. So, but I think I ended up fifth. Yeah.
3 rounds, that's how it was. Oh, God. It's
Yep.
just for super athletes. And if you're doing pairs or trio, you're in trouble. Goodness.
Yep.
Angela, how hard was for you to be an athlete, physical and financial? Tell
Cool.
us. Tell us the drama.
Oh, what was worse, physical or financial? I don't know. Luckily, I must admit, touch wood, I wasn't much of an injured athlete. That wasn't my thing. I think my lack of height probably helped because I never grew my whole entire life. So I think, yeah, my body held up quite well until now. Financial, everything that I did, I had to support myself, like many of us do, to stay in Japan, to travel, to pay for you to come with me, to pay judges' fines, because if I didn't pay for the judge, I had to pay the judge's fine. So every competition was like, what, $6,000-7,000. And then I would go home to New Zealand in my off season and have like work 4 jobs in one day, try and still train and try and make enough money to be able to go back to Japan. And then living in Japan, moving from place to place, or you've got a budget of less than 1,000 yen to try and eat in a meal, and you're living off 7-Eleven, Family Mart food, which is actually pretty decent. But that was my athlete's diet for like 8 years, because I didn't have a way to cook. So the motivation to win an international competition was so I could travel to the next one. So if I didn't win, I couldn't go to the next competition. So I've learned, and my family supported me as much as they could to a point, because I would not have my family pay for me. Like, I would earn as much as I could, and if there was anything that I couldn't make, my family would pay, and I would pay it back. Because I believed at my age and what I was doing was my responsibility, and I wasn't going to watch my mum and dad work their butts off just to pay for me to live out my dream. Yeah. So the support of my family, emotionally and physically, was great. It was hard because I had to try and always stay on top of my lungs. So if I was in New Zealand, I'd hire this massive machine to do like altitude training, which was like $300 a week just to try and get myself ready. If I went to Mexico, oh my gosh, I would die. If I went to Bulgaria, geez, help me. I remember walking from the hotel room to the venue with my sister in Mexico, and I had to stop halfway. And it was literally like it was just across the thing, and I had to stop halfway because I couldn't breathe. Wow. It was pretty sad. Yeah, and just being on oxygen for the flight home. Like,
then oxygen the whole time for the flight home.
Yeah, they had to stop me about 5 hours before we landed because I had taken all the oxygen. So if anything had happened, there wouldn't be any oxygen for anyone else on the plane.
No, you're joking. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was after an ANAC, and I think I was dehydrated, and it was when they had issues with the music, so we were competing till like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and then the next day we just hopped on a plane and flew home. And New Zealand's the end of the earth, so you're looking at like 12, 13 hours to get home. And I hopped on the plane. I'm like, I don't feel good, and I couldn't breathe, and I needed to lie down, and the plane was full. They wouldn't let me lie down.
Wow.
And yeah, and then that was it. I was out. And luckily my mum was on the flight. So I was sick. I had a fever. So we sat in the bathroom for 3 hours. No clothes on, and mum's just trying to cool me down with like wet towels. And then I sat in a seat, and they gave me oxygen for about 8 hours of the flight. And then the last couple of hours, they said, look, we need to take it off you because there's not going to be any left.
My goodness. And your mom is wonderful. How has she been supporting you all the time? She's always there for you. It's just, well, we have a question here, like, I want to punch that man who would not give us more. Sorry. First, she's ask Angela who her favorite cousin is.
The Talangalanga.
And your mother, I want to punch that man who would not give us more. It's not just
Yeah.
a competition, it was a drama, right? It was like every time a situation that you have no idea what can come up, what situation will come, right? Oh my God.
No, and even still, if it rains, like I knew it was going to rain. We have a storm outside, and my breathing's really bad. So if my breathing gets bad, I know it's going to rain.
Really?
Yeah. That's why Japan was actually okay. Yes, because everything was air conditioned.
Right,
Everything in
right.
Japan was air conditioned. So that was my one constant in Japan.
Great. Talking about Japan, you got some Japanese on you, huh? You understand some Japanese.
Oh, it's getting a little bit slow now, but yeah, I did study Japanese I had a scholarship to study at university, so I thought I didn't know what I wanted to study, so I thought I would do Japanese because I was going to Japan, and if anyone's been to Japan, like the language is just all over the show, so I wanted to be able to understand. So
Right,
I learned to
right.
read and I learned to write a little bit, and yeah, listening to you coaches how I learned.
You
I think
have like much
was
more.
up, down, left, and right.
We cannot forget about your coach that always gave you a lot of support. Ruth, right? Ruth, her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to get Ruth here, I couldn't, sorry. But anyway, yeah, she was very important in your life, right, Ruth?
Yes, Ruthie was definitely a huge impact in the very first kind of professional part of my career. She kind of, I guess, picked me out a little bit and said, "Hey, look, you need to train a little bit better." And she had a massive aerobics club in New Zealand, and it was just as professional as, like, it was huge. It was huge, and it was like the place that everyone, like, well, for me, that I wanted to be at. So luckily, she got me in and worked with me since 96 to 2001.
Mm-hmm.
And she
Nice.
definitely put the aerobic bug in me for sure.
That's great. That's great. What about that picture? What's there?
that's me and Dad.
You guys
I
have
only
a good
got
relationship.
home to New Zealand at Christmas, so that was a short little visit for me.
Do you consider yourself as a very good like connection, like you're very connected to your family?
Um, I more so definitely now that I'm slightly closer to New Zealand, and now that my sister's got a little boy and a little girl, so I'm Auntie Ange. So that's been pretty special.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. They left a message. Your mother left a message here just a moment.
Surprise, Ange.
Hi everyone. Ange, when you first started aerobics all those years ago, we could not foresee how far the sport could take you. We have never known anyone to have the drive and passion you have had for as long as you have had. To become world champion in 2004 was a goal we knew you could obtain. The dreams you have had and your achievements have left us all in awe of you. We're incredibly proud parents and to have such a talented, well-loved and respected daughter. Diane tells you like it is. She has pushed and shoved you when you needed, and no matter where you were in the world, she was always there for you as part of your support team. The many challenges you overcame along the way shaped you into an amazing athlete, coach and human being. Since retiring from competing, you have developed many champions yourself in the sport of aerobics. And they are very lucky to have you. Keep doing what you love.
Love you.
Love you lots. Bye.
Bye.
I like the end. I love you. Your father's cool. Two
That's
great
Dad.
people that I had the pleasure to meet.
That's Dad. He doesn't say much, and when he does, it's big and loud.
Oh. And then life take you to Australia. Tell me about your experience in Australia. How is Australia for you?
Look, the life here is a lot coming from Vietnam. Life here was it's nice. Australia's great. I mean, it's like New Zealand. It's so similar yet it's so different. The connections that I've made here with people is like it's like another Vietnam in a way. I think no matter where you go, you find you kind of attracts like. So I've got the most amazing people in my life that help me and literally run me around when I need it. And yeah, they complain and yeah, they don't complain, but I'm totally grateful for each and every person that helps me out here. And I wouldn't still be in Australia if it wasn't for them. So yeah, I love it here. Apart from Melbourne's weather,
it's all right.
Melbourne's weather is horrible, but everything else is great.
Great. Chris is saying, Tia Ange is getting late here. Much love from you, Stacy.
Thanks, Chris.
Okay, let's keep going now. I have one message to you. Just a moment. There we go. You remember her?
Hey Ange, I just wanted to say congratulations on all of your success in aerobic gymnastics. You are and will always be a true champion. Your passion on stage was magical and you touched so many people with your light. Coming from New Zealand, I know it wasn't always the easiest of journeys. There were lots and lots of challenges along the way, but it was always an adventure, and your hard work, strength, resilience and perseverance were and still are incredible. I first met you 17 years ago and I was instantly inspired, and I still am inspired by you both on stage and off stage. You taught me so much about the sport, but also about life, and I wouldn't be the person I am today without you. So thank you for just being one truly awesome person. Your passion never stopped as well after you stopped competing, and you continued to motivate and inspire people. So thank you for all that you have done in this beautiful sport, and for all the people that you have supported, you have motivated, and you have believed in. Bye.
Oh, Charlie Bass.
Bass. Goodness.
Bass, another very special person. That kid is the most beautiful person. What are you doing? This is not the thing.
It's a tribute, interview and tribute. To just say thank you for everything they have done. So I'm not saying anything they're saying. I'm just here sending the videos. It's to say thank you about everything you've been done until now, and you're gonna keep doing, because you said you have a goal to make Australia be in the top of the world. So still things coming into your life, but it's just a small moment to say thank you for everything that has been done until now. And personally, that I respect you a lot. I mean, I know your drama. Sometimes you just call, we just talk, and you tell me your drama is like, oh my God, you must be a super woman to get to do whatever you're doing. You got surgery. I think the hips, right? Surgery. Oh God, a lot of stuff, and you're still doing. Goodness, super women for sure.
Just gotta keep going.
Gotta keep going. That's right. Gotta keep going. Okay, let's do a game. That's a game that's gonna be like, you look to the picture and you just have to say one word, okay? Not more than that, just one word. You look to the picture and say, bah, that's what it is. Just a moment. Pau.
Tired. Because
Pau. No, one word.
I'm very proud. Proud. One word.
Pau.
Proud. I made a book. Embarrassed. Very, very embarrassed.
For those that don't know, the little one there is you, right?
The little one in the back with shoes that are 3 times too big for it in a G-string.
I'm gonna give you permission to talk about that because I need to know what's that.
Grateful. Duh. That's the family.
Pow!
Freaking crazy. Fun. Great guys. Great people. Beautiful people. Oh. Like at the time, one word at the time or one word now looking at it? What? At the time, in shock, and looking at it, humble.
And of course, again,
That's me and Dad. That's Dad. Dad doesn't like a camera just as much as I don't.
for those who wants to start to train with Angela online or want for information, just go for that. Just go for her website. Beautiful website. Okay. Follow her in the Facebook. Okay. Or Instagram. Just follow her. And you're gonna learn a lot of good stuff important for your life, like Beth said, to teach about life. I mean, do you think like after so many years going through so many situations, hard ones, traveling, do you think you feel like not only as a coach, you feel like as a mentor, like that you can teach something else more than only how to jump or how to perform? Do you feel confident
Yeah,
about that now?
yeah. I think yes, because I feel like that's most of my coaching sessions is literally giving examples and like, yeah, life, I don't know, life experiences or examples or rants, as I like to call them. Yeah, 100%, because life is sport and sport is life. They are the same. They are one and the same. One creates the other. One helps the other. One kills the other. They are one and the same. And if you can do anything in sport, you can do anything in life. If you can do anything in life, you can do anything in sport. And the way that we make decisions in sport, and it's not just aerobics, the way that we make decisions in sport is the way that we make decisions in life. Life
Beth,
lessons.
you're watching the interview here. She said life lessons. Hey,
There you
Beth,
go.
how are you? Beautiful girl. Love that girl. Goodness. Wonderful. I wish all
Beautiful.
the best to her. Yeah. And what about Australia? Do you think they also have the same feeling as you as a good coach, or you think you're failing in Australia? Or how is
Someone
it?
better tell me if I am.
Well, let's hear from them. Well, tell me,
Oh,
what do you think you're
please.
doing? What do you think you're doing? How is your job in Australia?
I think I've changed over the years. I think I've changed a little bit because the reality here is slightly different, compared to in Vietnam or even in Japan. So the reality is different. So the focus and the goals are different. So the way that we do our journey is very personal, and the way that I work with them, I think, is different, because at the end of the day, and I think it's probably just me also growing up and me learning things, because at the end of the day, it's our memory, it's our life, it's our journey, it's what we do with it. At the end of the day, who really cares what medals we've got? What matters is the memories that are inside.
That's right. That's right. Let's see.
So,
I've really loved having Ange as a coach for the past few years. She knows so much about the sport and has had so many experiences that it's really cool to hear about.
Ange is an amazing coach, always willing to put her athletes before herself. She dedicates all her time to our sport and to her athletes, and we're truly grateful for that. It's so amazing to watch her previous routines and how she shares all her knowledge to us. We love having you as a coach, Ange.
Oh, those two.
And
Those two.
Thank you for being an amazing coach, Ange. We really appreciate everything that you do for us.
Well, that's in sync. Some other things aren't.
we have to do again.
Thank you for being an amazing coach, Ange. We really appreciate everything that you do for us.
Oh, beautiful people.
That was a
Absolutely
group,
beautiful.
right?
Yeah, exactly
And
right.
let's hear from one parent, like some good friends, just a moment.
Angie Mcmillan, the pint-sized rocket, who not only looks after the health and well-being of our daughter in the sport of aerobic gymnastics, but also is has become a great friend of ours and over the years, and we've enjoyed talking about food and travel and things like that as well.
We really appreciate the fact that you don't just train our girls physically, but you actually teach them mentally how to be an athlete and bring all your expertise and experience to help them out and make themselves as best as they can be. And we really do appreciate everything you do. Thank you.
Love everything you do, Angie Mac.
Oh, Nigel and Belinda, beautiful people. Absolutely beautiful.
Come from the parents, yeah, that's nice.
Great friends.
Okay, so let's go now. I mean, we could watch like many videos, but I'm going to the last one. There's a time that you say goodbye to the competition world as an athlete. That's the moment. That's the moment.
It'll take a little bit of beating. And here she is. Miss Evergreen herself. It's Angela Mcmillan from New Zealand, 29 years old now. Just 1 meter 49 centimeters tall. She's power packed. Look at that star. Such flexibility and poise in the double turn into scale. Look at this. Really projecting herself here. And turn in the pike jump. All the aerobic steps. Oh, look at that. Full turn, A-frame into Wenson at lightning speed. Look at this, the V-sit, controlled in the full turn. Twice round she's going. Flick into Cossack position. Wow. This young lady's full of energy, very explosive. Mana, kick out into splits. Beautiful work here. Now Angela, she qualified in 3rd position. World champion back in 2004, 3rd in 2008, and she really is challenging strongly here. Double turn in the L position. Helicopter to stand very quickly through top planche. So much going on. She's packing in the difficulty. Well, she used every second of her 1.5 minutes. That was so enjoyable. She loved it. You can tell that by her face. Look at that. Look at that start. Flexibility. The poise in the double spin into scale. She has it all in a tiny frame. Such energy. All the explosive qualities, high in the leaps, precise in her movements. Full extension in the split leap. Great amplitude shown. She was absolutely full of energy And she takes the lead with 21.25. 9 she got for artistic. Very, very good score.
Huh.
I want to meet that guy. I love him.
Oh, the guy in the comment?
Yeah, he's been with us like all the time. So his commentaries are great.
It is, right? There
Yeah.
was a moment, I have to make one thing clear. You stop because of the situation, of the financial situation. It's not because you don't like, okay, no, you can't grow more than that. It was not because of that. It was because it was just too much.
Yeah.
Was like enough. It's like how, right? How, I mean, there's no way to keep going. It was not because you're done. You know, I think if you compete again, you're still gonna get medal 100% about that. It was just because it's sad because you knew that can go better than that, right? Because you can see like since you start until that one, how confident, how more like strong and more women or powerful, much better to watch and confident, and actually that routine is supposed to be in first or second, but anyway. It's a fair chip. What can I say?
That last year though was huge because we decided on a piece of music with no words, which I've never had in 20 years. And then
It's true.
I moved to Vietnam, so I had to train six months on my own without you, and literally videoing it, talking to myself, and only when everybody else is asleep. So I would get up at 4 or 5 and go for a run in the morning, go to sleep for an hour, wake the kids up, train them, have lunch. They'd go to sleep, and I had 2 hours, literally only 2 hours to train myself, and that was it. With no bathroom.
Just not fair.
Just me, my video camera, and myself.
Right. So how was that moment for you? Was when you before you do or during the warm up, you think like that's my last, or you just think like one more time I have to do perfect? What's going on in your head on that time?
Well, yeah, I think to do my last year, it was really important to not go down the head space of it's my last, because then you start putting in, I can't stuff it up, and you start getting worried about it, and it starts like, and then it's like, I'm never going to do this again, and it's got to be good, and you put this big expectation on yourself where
Right.
it's different. It's like it's your last, so let it all go and just do it. I mean, no one wants to, like, I started to think the last 17 years of your life is going to come down to this one routine, and that started to scare the, you know, so I was like, no, don't go there. Just enjoy it. Just act like it's, because I've never put a limit on it. We've never talked about, I'm going to compete until this year. And it was
Right.
you that said to me, oh, Ange, I think next year is going to be your last year. And I was like, what? And instantly my head was, Paula doesn't want to coach me anymore because I'm not good enough. That was instantly it. And I remember looking at you and you're like, well, how much can you keep paying? And I'm like, well, I can't. So that was pretty much it. And then I think that's the one thing we've always done is every year we try and be different.
Right. Right. That's one thing that I have to be very proud of. I can see your routine here, and then we got a different music. We try to put a different feeling, and you got it. You know, you understand the message, you understand the feeling about the choreography, what I want to do. And until now, when we do something together, I go to you and say like, oh, this and this, and you look to me like, what? I'm like, don't say what, you know what I want. And then finally you do, you're like, okay, you don't explain him anymore, right? You want me to guess what you want. It's like, yeah. Just go and do it. And you do, because I trust 100% that you're going to do it. It's so funny. And it's not supposed to be like that. I'm supposed to explain you a little bit more, but no. I just go like this, and look, that turning like, huh? What turn? Like, You know what I'm talking about, just to go into it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
And
Like,
explain to me.
you're like, nope, you know what I'm talking about. Read my lips, read my how many years we're doing together. Oh, Kursi say hey.
Hey,
Nice
Kusil.
guy. Hey, Kursi, leave your message. Nice, nice. Teramatsu Hitomi. Send a message to you, Angela. お世話になりました。まだしたいです。I'm gonna send to you that. Some athletes, Aerotera no Hinako loves you. It's nice.
I know. Hello.
したいです。
As soon as I can move, as soon as I can fly, I'm out. I'm there. We've I think all of me and the girls have got Japan withdrawals because we go to Japan every year, and it's not a year. You know, we don't have a year where we don't go to Japan. And of course, you know, Melbourne's all about food, and we're huge foodies here. So Japan is all about food. So we're missing our Japanese food.
Nice. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Message.
Oh, they are sweet. I can't wait to come back. Can't wait to come back.
You really know this culture, really know them, right? Actually,
Yeah.
that little small one that kicked in the beginning, I think that's the same age that you met Kitazumi Riri, the world champion now.
Yeah.
That's when you met her and start to teach her balance turn, illusion, all these things that she knows now. Yeah. Because they learn watching, right? A lot of at that time you have to do it, and they learn the leaps and everything, straddle leap. Yeah, let's give a credit to you that everything that you've done to Japan that some people don't know. Anyway, Kursi is saying.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for posting that channel. There are some videos that I didn't even know existed. So thank you. It's so nice to be able to have the memory still going because
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, where I got this video? I should have this video too. I just got one video from another guy. I was watching a video from Ludmila Kovacheva.
Right.
When I did the trio, I'm telling you, I didn't remember the routine anymore. I mean, I have been doing so many choreographies that I was like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
and
I
they are
remember.
amazing. Like,
Yep. Oh, good trio.
Marianne did the pair.
Yep.
And then I saw the video. Oh my God, yeah. It's so many choreographers I've been doing in my life. And I was just like, wow. So thank you, Kursi, for everything that you're doing. Yeah.
Yes, thank you
because,
so much.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk to you about. How you feel now, in your opinion? How's the aerobic gymnastics going? I mean, what's the difference between the time that you're competing to now? Do you think it's getting better? Do you think it's gonna go wider, or you think it's dying? Tell me your real opinion. It's very important to know.
I think it's because it's forever changing and everyone's trying to find the best way to change and the best way to evolve, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And I think what the world is, or what the rules have created are some damn wonderful athletes, but I think it's coming at the cost of what the sport originated from. And my goal at the moment is to try and work with the rules, but what I want my athletes to achieve is the same feeling that I got. And I don't understand, I can't see why we can't be technical executed machines with great elements and be a great performer? Why can't we have both? And I think because more emphasis is being put on the technical side of it, maybe athletes feel like the artistic side of it is not as important because it's not getting rewarded, or it's not getting it's not getting scored the way that it doesn't matter as much as having a bent leg or a flex foot or a massive element or a freaking G+. So I think that needs to be looked at, and I think that needs to be because there's something special about being able to give. There's something special about being able to perform. And yes, it's hard to control that when you're performing, because 9 times out of 10 you get excited and you're enjoying the show, and sometimes stuff can go wrong. But if you're holding back and you're trying to be careful, things go wrong. So like the feeling to give as a performer on the floor, that's special. And when you feel it, the audience feels it. And that's my goal with my athletes, is to enjoy what they're doing, because you're never guaranteed of a medal. Because as much as we don't like to probably, admit it or say, politics is everywhere. And you can only do your job. And at the end of the day, you have to be happy with what you do. So you can't control judges. So my goal is to make them have the experience of performing and what it feels like to perform, to be proud of it and have that response from the audience, and to have that. That's what aerobics is to me. That's what aerobics is. And I think we're losing that. And because we don't have that, is that the reason why we don't have audiences internationally? I don't know. I mean, I can't say that. But I think if we keep going the way that we're going, it will turn into a different sport.
Oh, I see.
It won't be the aerobics that we know.
Do you think that's important to have, let's say, a fan, a diva, or a star, or somebody that to get excited to watch? Like, okay, why I love the sport, so why I want to go to the competition is to watch that person perform. Do you think it's important to have these stars in the?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you look at me growing up. I remember watching people on videos on VHS, and then seeing them live in a competition, and I felt like I was like movie star. Like, oh my gosh, Roberson just walked past me. Like, it was yeah. And you had these people and I think that's the thing. You have people to aspire to and trying to cheat, and because they're the ones on top, so you try and do what they're doing so you can get there as well. And I think that's what we're doing in terms of execution and G's and elements, and everyone's fighting that way. But I think it's important, especially for younger ones, to have their role models and their inspirations and the ones that they strive to be. And do we have? I mean, definitely we do have, but in the way that I saw or I aspired to grow and become as a performer on the stage, there's not as many as there was. There definitely is, just not the amount of stars, I guess you could call them.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree with you. That feeling to just, I don't know, be close to the champion and feel like, oh my God, they are here. It's not only in the aerobics. I think that it's in the TV, it's in the music, other kind of sports, right? Track and field. You have the how you call them?
Usain Bolt.
Yeah, Usain Bolt. Like, oh, he's here. Oh, say it's just like, it's very important. I totally agree with you. We need that to don't have like, the sport to die. And do you think it's also because the athletes now are kind of too young?
Yeah, I think, everyone's like, everything's starting younger, and like the whole sport has changed. I mean, I retired at 30. Like, who's competing now at 30 years old? Like, people are retiring at 23, 24, and kids are starting younger. So I think just the whole sport is going through a massive shift and a change. And I think with all the way that the rules are, because of, and you can see it evolve when you watch videos throughout the history of aerobics. The rules of just we're just trying to tick off boxes to make it objective, and it's losing its creativity and self expression.
Right.
Because we're just doing things because we have to.
You're right. You're right. Okay. Moment. Let's talk about a moment that, well, in the beginning, I would just go back to a funny situation when you compete in Suzuki World Cup, and then you forgot about the movement, and you just run.
I didn't forget.
I think it doesn't matter how long you're gonna. I always want to talk about that.
I didn't forget. I got up on the wrong foot.
Was 1-8 going to the corner, and then you start, right? That's good. Well, it was fun. And you, oh, look, knock.
Going.
For Noodle. Yeah, so it's a nickname that you give to them, right? Julien is here. Great guy. Love this guy.
Yeah.
Always positive type. Nice guy. Big legend in aerobics too. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about that moment. Okay, let's go. Moment. And that's it.
For the 24-year-old from Auckland.
24 years old.
Angela Mcmillan.
Look at this little thing.
It's her first big season, and she's already posted a first and a third in the current World Cup series. So she'll threaten there. She qualified in first. What a surprise. And here she is.
She's qualifying in first, huh? Angela, you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice little transition. And that is not easy, believe you me.
That was the first time that Angela did that.
He sits smiling through it. Wonderful.
I was the first girl.
Oh, your first girl, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't there. I was waiting for you to fall or something like that.
Yep. My whole family was up.
Traveling in the air. Keeping posture.
You're there by yourself.
Keeping poise. Keeping that presentation that's so vital.
And there went my shoe.
Losing with a turn into a second. Didn't quite come off that.
Yeah, because my shoe, my foot was out of my shoe.
Successful. Nice way into the Winston.
And by the way, I can't
plenty
see
of
anything.
flexibility, plenty of projection.
I can't breathe, so I can't see anything. I don't know where I am.
And there are 7 meters, right? 7 to 7.
That was original. She kept up the pressure to the very end. Exciting original work. Very difficult.
That was a big surprise to everybody. I think it was people did not expect that.
Yeah, I think it was for everybody. It was for me. I remember, like, literally that whole trip. I can recall. Yeah, it was. I remember the day before I left. We had our last training session, and you weren't there. You couldn't make it, so I was angry. I was training by myself, and it was the day my lungs closed up. One of my lungs shut down, and I didn't realize at the time, but I could feel it. My breathing was really, really bad. And anyway, I was just had to. How have you not seen that before now? So yeah, and then I remember I finished my routine and I messaged you and I said I'm ready. And then the next day I hopped on a plane, and then that was when heats and finals were on the same day. And so I was in shock, like legit shock. And I think I didn't move for 2 hours because it was only 2 hours between heats and finals. And
Yeah.
I literally sat there and didn't move. And I was like, okay, time to go and warm up. And I didn't think, I didn't feel, I was just like, holy fudge. And then I finished and I couldn't breathe at all. And because of my shoes, my feet, because of the size of my feet, I could only wear those shoes. And because I have to take the Nike tick off them because they have to be white. So in my illusion, my foot totally came out of my shoe. And that's why it overturned. And I couldn't see where I was the whole routine. And then when I won, I was like, oh, now what?
Wait. After illusion, what? Your shoes get a little bit out of your feet there.
Yeah, because the tick, I could only wear the Nike shoe, and the tick is on the side of the shoe. And because it's black, I have to take the tick off. So there's no support in the shoe. So my foot is free inside that shoe because my feet are so small.
Oh God, how many times I remember you going to the kids session to buy shoes?
Well, I still do.
That's right.
It's embarrassing.
Not anymore. Come on. It becomes cute right now. It looks like you're still the little Ange. I don't know if your mother thinks if you're still the little Ange, but that's how it looks like. So guys, please, if you need a good coach, if you need online or everything that you need, she can give to you. Just go to her website. And of course, you can follow her in the Facebook and Instagram. She's there for you. I'm sure that if you call her, if you contact her, she's going to give to you like a wonderful experience as a person, as an athlete, and you're going to grow with her. So, see your mother say yes, you're right. I was worried about you, what she's doing, how she's going. Goodness, Angela. That's very nice. Okay. Well, we're basically going to the end, but before that, it's a pleasure to me to just show you all these things, all the moments that you had, even with the good massage. Okay, making humans. Okay, having fun, getting recognized. Teaching people how to deal with life, have great moments with family, making medals, tired but proud of everything you do, and then teaching with other experts. You got this privilege, this status, and now you trying to make a dream come true in Australia with your athletes. So yeah, you're still in the game. So that's why for us it's a pleasure to give you the certification. It's a thing that we do. Just a moment. It's a thing that we do. Before that, I'm just go to the sponsor one more time because it's important. Just a moment. Just 2 minutes. Again, thank you, Shakaboom, for your help. And guys, for you that don't know, we start the Brother from Another Mother show.
You two
Just
together.
like that. Just like that. just for guys. Today we're having Portuguese, actually. That's like,
This is the Brother from Another Mother show with Paulo Santos and Robertson Magalhães.
Yep, yeah, today's going to be in Portuguese. The Brother from Another Mother show is a podcast, and we're trying to do our best to just make people have fun. I think it's going to be cool. Okay, Angela, like I said, your contribution, I just want to have like a message to everybody. But first, before that, I just want to say thank you for everything that's been done until now and to keep the friendship, but also to respect me as a professional. And it's funny because the time where you used to be athlete, I was teaching things, and I think I teach you something about life too, but it's fun that now you're doing that to me. Now you become a teacher in many ways, and then I appreciate that, and that's why this interview is this a tribute to say how much people appreciate you, how much the world recognize that you're really good in what you do, not only as an athlete, not only as a coach, but as a person. So you must be proud about yourself and just keep going forward, being happy every day as much you can. So it's a pleasure to have you here. So, and then goes your message, your last message for everybody about whatever you want to say.
No, I think I want to say thank you to everybody else, because it's everybody else that teaches me, and it's everybody else that has helped me be who I am and get where I am. So I want to say thank you to each and every person that I've worked with, especially to you and all the athletes that I've had the absolute pleasure to work with or coach, or even if it's just to teach them one thing. As long as someone's learned something, that makes my life done. So, yeah, I would like to just say thank you to everybody. And also, I think the one thing I want people to learn and to live their life by is don't live in fear of anything, of what you can do, what you can't do, what you're scared of losing, if you're scared of judgment or if you're scared of not being able to do something. Because if I can do what I've done, and I don't think anyone but me, you, and probably mum and dad knows the half of how hard it's been to even just for me to get through a routine. I think the only place I ever get through a full routine is at a competition, because I just can't physically breathe to get through a whole routine. So I think if I can manage it, I think, and it's just through pure passion, and not giving up. And that's life. That's in life, and that's in sport. And I think we learn to handle a lot, because what we want, we're just not scared to lose. So we just keep fighting for it.
No, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So your next goal right now is to work in Australia?
Yeah, at the moment, yeah. Like I've got a great little team with me, and we've got our goals coming up. What's next for me in terms of outside aerobics? I'm doing a few different things, like teaching different classes and things like that now. So trying to dip my toes in other experiences, because I think we need to try different things to keep us growing and keep us learning and keep us fresh. So who knows? I mean, everything's been thrown upside down this year because of the way the world is. So I just hope that everyone stays safe and stays healthy and gets through this together. And then when we come out of it the other side, let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. That's great. That's great. So you are part of the world community that give the message to, and to the aerobics, but what else? If you're not doing aerobics, what else you do?
Oh, look, I guess I'm still trying to figure that out because aerobics has just been part of literally half of my life.
Right.
Literally half of my life. So there's going to come a point, just like competing, that it's enough's going to be enough. So what is going to be next? I'm just trying different things. The one thing I know I love to do is to work with people. I love to help people get through. Like, I love the I think why I love it is I love the mental side of athletes. I love because that was my biggest problem. And that was the one thing that held me back for a long time. And it's the one thing that made me win. So seeing other people break through their fears and mentally work through stuff, for me, that's just gold right there, because that's what makes us who we are.
Right.
That's what makes the gold happen. So that's, no matter what I do, I think I'm always going to be doing that.
That's great. That's beautiful. That's
what
beautiful.
I'm born to do.
We got a message here to you.
アンジェラさん、こんにちは。アンジェラさん、大会ではお世話になりました。今年こそはみんなでお会いしたいです。See you!
Oh, they're sweet.
Japan loves you, and Japan is really, thankful for everything that you've been doing. Japan, I mean, if it wasn't your support, your skills, your, everything that you've been doing, you came here to train, but also to teach. And because of that, Japan really grew, because it was the time that Japan was really like full of athletes, right? Coaches that didn't have enough knowledge. And because of you, they are what they are now. And Japan really respect you. So, yeah. I have here certification to give to you. I don't know why I have a problem to upload. Never have that. It's just a normal upload. It's just like push and then come. I don't know what's going on. Have no idea. And it's not good because I really want to give you that. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Anyway, so just a moment. Maybe I can get from here. What time is there now?
In Melbourne, we're 8:45 in the evening.
8:45.
Yep.
Okay. Can you stay 10 minutes? 10 seconds, sorry. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Of course.
5. What's going on? Never have that. Why now? Doesn't matter. There's Championstalk. People can wait. Hanging on, guys. Hanging on. And let's see if it's going to happen now. Just a moment. Guys, please leave the message to Angela now. We're almost done. Let's see. That's what Nat is saying.
Oh, thank you, Nat.
You're amazing, Ange. Thanks for being an incredible unofficial mentor and friend.
Unofficial mentor. I just put my nose in. I just put my nose in people's business.
Oh God, we are already on 1 minute, 1 hour, 44 minutes. This not downloading. Never had that. I guess I just have to send to you. God, unbelievable. Well, anyway, you got your trophy. This trophy is to represent how important you are to the world, how important you are to your country, representing New Zealand as a international person, and important to Australia that you're helping the athletes. I mean, I didn't say anything; they said, and Vietnam, the contribution, everything that you did to them, and what that's okay with me. And we got it finally. That's it. Oh. I knew it's not going to happen the first time. Recognition for your outstanding professionalism with dance, fitness, aerobics, competition, making champions, inspiring people to make educated lifestyle choices and become active and health. Thanks so much for everything that you've been done until now. And from Champions Talk and from Happy Dance Power System, it's just a small, certificate to say thank you for everything you've been done till now. You're the best, girl. You're the best. You deserve all the best. And I'm sure that a lot of good things are about to come. Okay?
Thank you so much.
We're going to finish with your video again. And guys, you can leave the message. And then we're going to finish with the video that we start. And then, what you saying? Stay strong, stay safe, age. Wish you a heal and everything. All the best for you. Many love from Vietnam. That's cute.
Oh, thank you. Going. See you guys very soon, I hope.
Angela, thank you so much. All my respect. You're a champion of your life. And then I think my video just stopped. And then everything stopped. And then we're back. You take care. You have a good night.
Thank you. Night, everybody.
Keep being a champion, okay?
Thank you so much.
We're going to finish with the movie from you, and then people leave the message. Thank you so much. Have a great night. You're the best. You are the real champion.